Hello everybody, I'm a different collector, and welcome to another video in the One Piece card game. Pre-release season's coming out, and I'm gonna talk about which leader you should be trying to run for the pre-release. Um, there's not very many great options besides two at the end here that I'm sure you can assume I'm gonna say, but I'm gonna go through each and every leader from the newest set and see how good all of these would be. Spoiler alert, they're not too great for a sealed format. First off, I'm going to start with what I think is the best one. Now, some reminder about pre-release events is that the color of what cards you play don't matter, and you can play any number of any card in your deck. So, even though Vivi here is a red-blue leader, you can play green, purple, yellow, black cards in your deck still. Also, if you get like 5 copies of a card somehow, you can still... You can just play 5. You can play 5 copies. You're not limited to 4. So, Vivi here cannot attack. So that is, first of all, the biggest downside for this leader is that it cannot attack. However, it does have a very, very powerful effect in such a versatile format. Activate main once per turn. You may rest 2 Don, draw 1 card, and up to 1 of your characters gets Rush. That could be very powerful. You could play a 3-cost 5k vanilla you got from this set, which I'll go over all the character cards and event cards in a later video. Today I'm just going to be sitting here and discussing all of the leaders. You can just get a 3-cost 5k beater, for instance, and all of a sudden you rest 2 more, it gets Rush. All of a sudden it's a Rush Zoro kind of thing. And you get a draw off that. So that's another possible counter card you can have in your hand. It's another possible event card you can use on your opponent's turn. That could be very useful. However, you are missing out on a 5k attack every turn in Vivi not being able to attack. So yeah, pretty decent leader, honestly. I think if you pull this from your cards, maybe consider playing this. Though you are supposed to bring your own leader, so any leader you're gonna pick, I mean, like. I did not include, like, Started at Luffy or Started at Kid, but those are both amazing picks. The two here, I think, are just going to be the best picks overall. There's no other reason to pick other leaders over the other two I have on the next 2 tabs here. And like I said, you might assume what they are. Next up, we have Don Quixote Doflamingo. 5 power, but he has 4 life. And I think maximizing how much life you have could be a really big point. Though, Doflamingo here, at the end of your turn, you do set 2 of your Don cards as active. So that could be very good if you pull a lot of event cards. So maybe if you pull this leader from your packs, maybe keep it in your back pocket. Like, oh, if I pull out useful events, I know, like, Don Quixote Pirates have a few very powerful counters, I think. Like, their searchers at counters. I guess if you pull out a Don Quixote Pirates, you could just use the searcher or something like that. Will be very useful. But, all in all, I think the losing 1 life, and still, I'm going to say this multiple times, the fact you have to bring your own leader, any leader you're going to be bringing is a lot better. Next up, Isho. He is 5k, but his effect reads, when he has 1 Don card equipped, your turn, give all your opponent's characters -1 cost. At the end of your turn, you may rest 1 Don, set to 1 of your characters with the cost of fire less is active. That's pretty good. If you pull a, I can't remember off the top of my head if there's any really high cost, high power blockers, but if there's something like that, then you could attack with your blocker and still have him active at the end of your turn, which could be very powerful. Restanding one of your guys is a very, very good effect because it also would protect him from not being attacked by your opponent if they're going after your characters a lot. So that is very, very powerful in its own right as well. Next up, we have Rebecca here. This leader cannot attack, so this is under the same vein as Vivi. And this effect reads, activate main once per turn. You may rest 1 Don. If you have 6 or less cards in your hand, look at 2 cards on top of your deck, reveal to 1 Dressrosa type card, add it to your hand, and trash the rest. You're not playing this card. You're not going to pull enough Dressrosa cards to make this feel useful. And you're going to be using too many cards from your hand to make the effect not even worth trying to activate. And this leader cannot attack. This leader is the worst one out of all the cards you could use from this set for the sealed format. Do not use this. Next up is Queen. The effect of Don times 1, so he's 1 Don card equipped. When attacking, if you have a total of 4 or less cards in both your life area and your hand, draw 1 card. If you have a character the cost of 8 or more, you may add up to one card from the top of your deck to your life cards instead of drawing one card. Very powerful. Um, this lets you set up your deck using not set up your deck, but set up your life higher up as you're taking damage, because you're gonna be using a lot of cards in your hand. I'm sure you will. You're gonna be trying to include as much counter power in your deck, along with just very powerful cards in general. So a lot of your cards are gonna be used up, and I think getting a low hand size is gonna be very easy. So I think if you pull Queen, this would be a very, very easy card to pull off if you have enough high cost cards, which I guess would be the biggest issue here. Though, all in all, in short, if you do get this leader, definitely consider it. Next up, we have Crocodile. The effect of on your opponent's turn, once per turn, when a Don card is on your field, turn to your Don deck by your effect, adds one Don card from Don deck instead as active. This is your opponent's turn only, and you're not gonna have. I don't think you're gonna have enough cards to really activate this effect a lot. This card isn't really great, even in a normal deck built for this. So, this is basically just running a leader with 4 life for no reason. Play based on a thing. I would maybe even run Rebecca over this, because at least that has 5 life. Yes, those are the OPO 4 leaders for the pre-release. I'd say Vivi is the best one, then followed by Queen, then followed by Isho, then Doflamingo, and then Rebecca, then Crocodile in terms of power. But the 2 leaders, like I said, you can probably assume this. Wanted to make this nice and short. All your starter deck leaders, like Kaido would even be powerful. I guess he does remove 7 Don, but starter deck Red Luffy is a powerful one. Starter deck Green Kid is going to be a very powerful one. And even like starter deck Yamato, I think it doesn't have a restriction. I can pull that up real quick, actually. Let's get Yamato real quick. I can't remember exactly what Yamato's effect is. Why? Oh, I guess I have another multicolor. Yamato here. Yeah, on your opponent's turn, if you have 2 or less life cards, this card gains plus 1k. This could be very powerful in its own right. There's a lot of leaders that could be really, really good. I mean, if we just go to OPO1 in general, actually, I can't remember. I know the searcher thing here is really dumb. But Law lets you restand some characters. Doflamingo works with a lot of 7 warlords, but you do get to look at the top of your deck when you use a Don. So I guess if you have a Don to use, you need to see what you're gonna draw or set up your next turn. That could be really good. I mean, King could honestly be useful. Giving all your opponent's characters -1 on your turn could be really powerful. But these last 2 cards, just gonna want to run them as well. I skipped it on purpose when I was looking at OPO1 just now. Zoro is going to be your best leader to be playing. He gives everyone plus 1k when he has 1 Don card equipped. It's just too powerful in a sealed format to ignore. He's too powerful in a normal format to ignore, let alone. This is going to be, I think this is number 1. Or Edward Newgate. Like I said, it was really easy to guess what I was holding off at the end here. Yeah, I mean, you're going to be running one of these 2. This has 6,000 power, so you have to dedicate what? 1 whole Don every time they have a 5k or for the leader or whatever to attack into you. I mean, yeah, this is really powerful. Yeah, you lose a life every turn. That's why I would put Zoro over this, just in case it's a sealed format and games will be going a lot longer, so you're gonna be losing life every turn regardless. I feel like Zoro would be a lot better of a pick here, but still, it's still a good pick. What is it? Wait, what is this recording? What? Why does it say that? That's weird. Okay, whatever. I'm just gonna press all. Does it say recording here? No, it doesn't. Why did it say that? Why does it say that? That's weird. Okay, sorry. How does it know I'm recording my video? I don't know why it says that. Maybe it probably said that before. I just didn't realize. But there's a lot of very powerful leaders you could bring. Like, Ivankov could be really good. I mean, if you're gonna be using a lot of cards, the draw to the end is gonna be very powerful. I mean, Sanji maybe if you're using a lot of no base effect characters could be very powerful, though it has 4 life. I know I didn't pull up a lot of these ahead of time. I apologize. I do wanted to point out something else. There's 2 Shankses being showed here. However, the pre-release art for Kaido and Crocodile isn't there, so I'm. It's funny to see what happened there, but um, even Uta would be decent. But like, yeah, run Zoro or Whitebeard. Um, those are just your best picks. Best picks. That is all I have for today. Thank you very much for watching. I'm really excited for the OPO4 pre-release. I'm hoping this will go a lot better than it did for OPO3 for me. The store I go to didn't get enough product to make a pre-release possible, so we just had a normal tournament that day. So that was a bit weird, but I guess I could talk about these. If you pull these are really good. It's Blocker Law, the Boa SR from OPO1 that's a blocker, Nine Beard, Magellan is decent. He removes Don from your opponent's field. Sakazuki can KO one, and yeah, these should all be really good if you pull them, but odds of people pulling them are not very high. Yes, really excited. All in all, thank you very much for watching. Look at my other videos if you're interested. Like and subscribe if you want. Thank you very much for watching, and have a great day.